Today we're here with Patricia Amadio at this beautiful salon. Fred, It's an amazing spot. We're here to talk about your career as a nail technician. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got started?
Yeah, I always started with vet courses. I've always had an interest in hair, beauty, fashion. So literally painting nails on the kitchen table at like 8, 9 years old. And then slowly started practicing on friends, on my mum, on myself all the time, on dollies. And then went, so did vet courses through school. Took a gap year after school, just worked in the beauty industry, lots of freelance work, lots of salon work experience, just any opportunity I could. And I did go to uni for 5 minutes. I didn't last very long there. And my creative side took over, and that's when I was sure that's what I wanted to do. I went back to beauty school, finished my diploma, and just went from there.
So you did vet courses while you were at school. What did you study?
Yeah, so I started as soon as I could. I did really like school, but in year 10 I went to TAFE. I did a little intro to hair and beauty course. Year 11 I did Cert 2 in makeup. So that is where I started as a makeup girl. Actually, nails came after, but and then makeup. And then after high school, I did a night course for nails. So beauty's always just been there. And after that, I went to the diploma and finished the rest.
So nails, why nails? Of all the skills that you've learned, you've obviously made a wonderful career as a nail technician.
Yep. I just, really simply, I just actually love them. I've always liked little intricate, finer details. I'm good at little arts and crafts, little things. Always loved art in school, like painting. So it's really just that creative painting, fine detail work on a small canvas. And then it just grew from there. I started in a day spa, so I was a spa therapist, just doing really relaxing treatments. But I missed the fun, long, bougie, extra nails. So yeah, I guess I just gravitated towards that.
Yeah, well, nails have become such an everyday part of everyone's life.
Yeah.
It's, what do you love working with clients on? What's your thing? What's your fun?
Yeah, I sort of have two sides. I love just beautiful, clean manicures. I don't think they need to be anything over the top to be lovely. And they're really like an extension of your personality, or they're an accessory to fashion, part like hair, makeup, nails, all part of the fashion industry. So I love the real clean, feminine look, but then I also love really over the top, sparkly, glitzy gems, junky nails. I just love them. So I kind of go both ends.
And do you have clients that love both, or are they particularly, vested in just one or the other?
Yeah, everyone's a bit different. You've got clients who just have 3 colors they rotate between, just nice, short, square, neat nails. But then I have clients that have been seeing me for years, and they sit down and they're like, do what you want. So yeah, you really do have that creative freedom. But even when you don't necessarily have creative freedom, it's just really nice to have a really polished manicure.
Yeah, so it sounds like you've got a really strong attention to detail and a creative side.
Yes.
So do you think that's what really drove you to this industry?
Attention to detail as a nail technician is what will separate you as a good one and a really good one, because it doesn't matter how talented you are, how good you can paint, how neat you can stay within the lines. A difference between a good manicure and a great one is how good the cuticle work is, how good the shaping is, the finish of a perfect nail. Clients, they might not notice during the process, but at the end they look and they're like, oh, these, you get in the car and you have a little look, and that's when you realize, oh, it's perfect.
I have seen your work. It is very, very beautiful, I have to say. So the skills that you need as a nail technician obviously are, technical skills to develop that nail. What are some of the personal skills you need? Because obviously you're talking to clients a lot, being a nail technician. How do you find that? Do you enjoy that aspect of your job?
Yeah, I personally love it. I'm a very extroverted person, so I can just talk to the pot plant. But yeah, I love meeting different people, all ages, all ethnicities, from different walks of life. And I think it is personal, it's quite a competitive industry, but they have chosen to come and see you. So I like to know why, I like to know how they found me, how they came to me. But yeah, so I'm just very grateful for each client that I do meet.
Yeah, so it's a real community then that you're building.
Yeah, I think so. There are like nail salons where it's a bit faster, it's walk in, walk out, people who just need it on their lunch break. So there's definitely a space for that. I prefer to get really personal with my clients. Some of them have been my clients for over a decade. I see them 1 to 2 times a month, and so over years and years I see them more than my friends. So it's an opportunity to create really nice relationships with people. And even though to some it might just be nails, but to a lot of clients it is that hour out of their month, or that it's something just for them, and it's something that they get to keep for a month. And it just makes them feel put together, a bit special.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you stay on trend? How do you come up with these wonderful ideas? Obviously, it's a fashion-forward industry, so how do you do that? Yeah,
it is. It's always progressing. It's always evolving, even if trends circle back or recycle. So myself, I spend a lot of time on Instagram. My work Instagram is I've curated my algorithm. I love following salons, fashion that is overseas, because Australia, we tend to be the season behind. But that's not a bad thing, because we see what sort of happens there, and then we can take the best bits and the best products from the reviews that are out. So just what happens in the fashion industry trickles down to nails in terms of colours and prints and things like that. So lots of time on Instagram and following big nail technicians internationally, nationally, following brands and what products they bring out and why, because they're following the trends as well. Beauty influencers. So just a lot online.
Okay. Yeah. And clearly, as a nail technician, you say you need to curate your social media. How do you find that, working as a nail technician and also having to build a brand?
Yeah, when I started, there was no Instagram. So I literally used to have a portfolio of just photos that people could flick through, and just swatches of designs and those things. I've still got swatches now, because I think sometimes people like seeing something in real life right in front of them. Social media has changed. I personally am not super good at managing my Instagram account, so I do, and I have outsourced that. I think if it's not your strength, don't pretend it is. So for me, it's too stressful to manage both. So I take the content, I know what I like, but I outsource it and have someone help me with that.
That's really smart.
Yeah,
really smart.
Yeah, it didn't start like that. I put in a lot of work in the beginning, but once you've grown and gotten yourself there, I think you don't have to make sure you're good at every single little thing.
And do you have, nail technicians involved in the bridal industry to a large extent?
Yeah, hugely.
Yeah.
Again, it's a very, most brides, that is a super important day to them. They have thought about every detail of their wedding and their image. So I take it very seriously as well. And I think when someone has chosen you as their makeup artist, nail technician, spray tan, hairdresser on the day of their wedding, that's a huge honour. So I take it very seriously. And when people sit at the nail table, they just want to feel cared for. So yes, it is massive.
And do you have an oldest client that you would work with?
I do have a couple, and my mum instilled that in me since I was young. She said, those clients are your bread and butter. Don't ever forget about them. So that's something I still hold true. It doesn't matter if they come once a week or once a year, everyone gets the same treatment. Everyone is treated the same. So they don't just become part of the furniture and you can relax and let it slide. But yeah, I do have a couple of my my OG clients. Yeah, I love them. I love them. It's really special having them come in.
And you're working in such a beautiful environment here. Can you tell us a little bit about how this came to happen, that you were here with Fred?
Yeah. So I found that I always gravitated towards big hair salons. I think I really like the buzz of a hair salon. There's just clients in all the time, the music is upbeat, people are going out to occasions, so I liked sort of feeding off of that energy. I have worked alone before and it was beautiful, but it just doesn't feed me as much. Yes, so I have worked with the crew that is here. So it's all hairdressers and then just myself. And we have all worked together for a few years. One of them, the salon owner, I've worked with her in another salon for almost a decade. We've worked together now. So yeah, and then we just evolved and grew together. And yeah, lucky enough to be leasing, I sublease in this space now.
So that's really cool. So you really got very transportable skills wherever you go. Have you ever travelled with your business?
No, I have not travelled. I've done makeup interstate for occasions and things like that. It wasn't something I didn't have that desire to really travel with it. So yeah, I don't think people should be put off. You can still be very successful in Adelaide, in South Australia. There's plenty of hands and faces to go around.
Absolutely. The the nail industry has really grown, and there obviously is great nail technicians and amazing nail technicians.
Yeah.
What do you think stands them apart from one another?
I think there is talent. You can be really good at painting. You can have a really good eye for detail and colour work, but having your foundation knowledge is what I think is so important. Those 1 day, 1 week online nail courses that are just not good enough. Because educating yourself, so then you can therefore educate your clients, is what will separate you from everybody else. So people see things on, like what your clients see, they're seeing the same content that you see online. So you need to have the education to guide them into what is best for them, what you think will look best, if something's going on with their nails, why it's happening. It's not just a good paint job. So I think having proper certification, proper formal training and lots of practice is what will set you apart.
Yeah, and I think that, there's a lot of concerns around contagious disorders within the nail industry. And so do you think having that, training really helps to benefit you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They teach you the basics when you have your formal training, but I am always like, there are so many free things out there being part of nail communities, brand communities, websites and things like that you can sign up to, where they bring out, like they're constantly looking into why things are happening, why disorders are we're seeing more of them, allergies and things like that, and consumers and clients will see these things online. So when they question you with it, instead of dismissing it or brushing it off, if you have the confidence and you know why it won't happen at your nail table, that is how you win people's trust. Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you are thinking of somebody coming into this industry, what are 3 words that you would describe to sort of drag them in to say, this is a really great industry to enter into? What sort of things pop to mind?
I think it's a very passionate industry. So it's creative, it's passionate, and it is fun. It is effort and hard work, but it is fun. Yeah. Yeah.
And so were there any unexpected doors that have opened for you that you didn't ever expect working in the beauty industry?
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to end up working for myself. That's not originally how I started out. Like I said, I was working in a big day spa and I really wanted to climb there, and that's just not how that eventuated, and I thought everything was falling apart. And then the opportunity to work for myself literally fell into my lap. And I was very young, I did not have a full clientele, but it was in a hair salon and they gave me the opportunity to feed off of the hair clients because their clients kept saying something, looking for a beautician. They had the room and I was getting my hair done in this salon. And yeah, a conversation happened and next thing you know, I was working there and it's just grown from there. So yeah.
And you've said that you've got, lots of, obviously you have a diploma of beauty therapy and you obviously are specialising in nails. What's the percentage of your business is nails versus perhaps some other beauty treatments? Because it's nice to have a bit of both.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know the exact percentages, but you just sort of, I remember being told, and I do remember reading online, you can't just specialise in one thing, and I just disagree with that completely. If you put in the work and the practice and you are passionate, like I started as a makeup girl and then I actually just found that I was getting lots of requests for eyebrows but that work ties into makeup because they're part of the face. And then I loved doing my nails, so nails came into that as well, and I just found that like probably those three things, makeup, brows, nails, they all work together to complete a look. They're all fine detail, and I think you can specialise in more than one thing.
So what's next for you?
To be very honest with you, I am very much enjoying where I've grown my business to at the moment. I worked very hard early on to get it to this point where I can just breathe for a second. I'm quite busy. I have amazing clients. I like focusing on the smaller things, like there's a big new nail trend that I'd love to get into, so I'll be focusing on that. I'm constantly doing training for myself as well, so I'll be doing a training in the next month, a one-on-one, so I think that's always important as well, you can never stop learning, so always keep on developing your skills. So you do have to invest back in yourself as being self-employed.
Absolutely. Do tell us, what's the next big nail trend?
Because like I said, I really do love like plain nails, but I also love, they're called junk nails. So they're just they're just long, full of gems, like they're just full on. So yeah, I really do love that and want to sort of get into that area as well.
So your favourite product? What's one thing you can't do without?
That is going to stress me out, this question. For nails, I think it would have to be cuticle oil, because all I do is say to people, use cuticle oil. So I've got mine on my little bedside table. So
cuticle oil every night before you go to bed?
Every night before you go to bed, so it can soak in overnight.
And obviously nails is, we're talking about your clientele, being women, but do you have a lot of men that come and have their nails done?
Yeah, a few. I think if you're working in a more male-dominated salon, you would get a few more. But yeah, I find that the men I do their nails, they love it. So I think men, if they experienced it just once, so anyone trying to push their partner or a brother or a man they know, they do love it. They like to be pampered, just like women. So yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I have 3 boys and one of mine just loves having his nails done.
Yeah, why not? It's just, it doesn't have to look feminine. It's, it's just nice.
It's personal care.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And manscaping is getting a lot bigger now. So I think we will see more and more men getting their manicures and pedicures.
Absolutely, mm-hmm. I agree with you. Well, thank you for your time today. Now we're going to do a fast 5 with you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your personal favourite nail colour?
Oh dear. I'm sorry to say it, but it is just a really light French pink. You just can't go wrong.
Classic.
Yeah, I love it.
Classic. What gets you going in the morning?
My co-workers. Yeah, the music and my co-workers.
Do you prefer cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Do you have one?
No, I'm actually allergic, but I love them.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
So how do you relax after a full day of clients?
I drive home in silence and then I do put my phone away for a while. I'm not just on my social media. So I detox, a digital detox when I get home. Yeah, and then just phone a friend, see a friend, cook something. That's another hobby of mine. So yeah.
Your favourite food?
That's harder than favourite nail polish colour. But yeah, a lot of Italian and Vietnamese food. So
Beautiful. Thank you, Patricia, for your time today.
No,
it's been really lovely chatting.
Yeah, it has been. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.